Hey everybody, I've told you in the past videos how I enjoy small knives. Right now it's something that I favor in carrying, and I told you about the Chris Reeve Insingo, the small Insingo being one of my favorite carry knives and EDC knives. I just love the blade shape and I love the size of the small 21. Ease in opening. It is just an outstanding knife. Love to get one with dual silver lugs, maybe even one with the micarta inlays. Those are on the list of things that would love to have a couple more of these in those different models before they discontinue the 21. I hope they bring the Insingo blade shape back with the 25, and I also hope they come up with a small 25. There's been no talk about a small 25 yet, so I'm hoping that will be something that they're going to pursue. But if you're also interested in a high-end semi-custom knife, you've heard of Rick Hinderer's line. I've talked about the large XM-18. This is a 3.5 inch, which isn't all that large. You can compare it to the small. Compares to a large Sebenza. Has a stouter tip. I wanted to mention too, I didn't mention in the last video. Here it is compared to a Tanto Umnumzan. This is definitely another option for you. If you're looking for a stronger tip in the Umnumzan, go with the Tanto. It's a little bit more of a challenge in sharpening, but not all that big a deal. But look at the tip strength on those. Pretty equivalent. You're getting a lot of tip strength in this, and you're getting it for half the price of one of these. And I think CRK does a great job with their Tantos. So this is definitely an option for you if that's something you're interested in. But this is not what this video is about. We're talking about smaller knives. And the smaller knife I'm talking about is the 3-inch XM-18. This one is in carbon fiber, smooth carbon fiber. Has the updated screws I was talking about in the last video. You can see how they're flush to the scale compared to the rounded heads of the previous models. This is also a Gen 3. And these two are the exact same knives. I like these knives so much I was able to find these a couple years back and pick them up before the prices inflated even more. I'm glad I did. This one I purchased a filler tab and carry this one just without a clip, carried in my pocket. Even though the detent is a little weak on these, I don't have a problem at all with it opening in my pocket. And this stonewash finish holds up great. You can't even see anything. And I have had this in my pocket quite a bit. Orange G10 on this one, which I like quite a bit. Stands out a little more people friendly. Doesn't scare people as much. But love these little knives. This, by the way, is one of the smoothest knives I've purchased. They're both very smooth, but if you had them both together, this one is unbelievably smooth. It just flies open effortlessly. So there are differences when you buy these high-end knives. You know, ideally it would be great if you could go to a shop and pick them out, but you can't with these, so you kind of, it's the luck of the draw. And none of the ones you get are bad, by all means, but sometimes you get some that are just outstanding. These are all Spanto tips. They've come out with a slicer grind in the production models now. Previously those were only available with the custom Hinderers. And those are going to be better slicers, as the name indicates. But you're losing a little bit of tip strength on those slicer grinds. I like the Spanto. especially with the 3-inch, the blade stock. Let's hold these up together. The blade stock is actually quite a bit thinner than the 3.5 inch. So, which makes it ground a little thinner, and it's going to be a better cutter. Love the size, fits in the pocket nicely. They have the flippers and the non-flippers. Wouldn't mind having a non-flipper in this smaller size. The flipper can get in the way a little bit when you're opening it with the thumb stud. Not a big issue though. It does actually protect you, guards your finger a little bit there. Pretty much prevents closure on your finger if the lock were to fail, which I doubt that would happen. High quality knife. Love the size. These 3 inches use the Duratec 20CV steel. See, the standoffs are large on both of these, a little smaller on the 3-inch. Everything's kind of shrunken down just a bit. Thumb studs are the same size. Got that finger choil, which is a nice feature on these Hinderers. Something you would find on a Strider, but to be able to choke up on the knife, that's not something you're missing on a Chris Reeve knife. I still think this knife right here is a deal for the money when you're looking at these high quality knives. Do you pay $400? Do you pay a little under $400 for an Ensingo, or do you pay $700, $800 for a 3-inch Hinderer? I don't know. It's up to you. I like them both. I really like this one because I think you get more bang for the buck. If I was going to do more prying type tasks, which I don't, but if I were, this definitely would work better. This is just a slicing machine, better cutter, easier to keep sharp. I'm not the best sharpener in the world, but this modified Wharncliffe is just a real ease to sharpen on the Sharp Maker, and it gets real sharp fast. You don't have to worry about any belly on the tip here. Sometimes it's difficult to sharpen that area. For some of you guys it's not a problem at all, but for some people that might be an issue. Great knives. Fun to own and carry. That's it. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching the vid. Thanks for the subscriptions. Appreciate people taking interest in my videos. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. And I'll talk to you soon.